This is the MG Hector. When launched later this month, it will be priced between rupees 15 lakhs and 20 lakhs. Which means if you're in the market for the Jeep Compass, the Tata Harrier or even the XUV500, maybe you'd want to know more about this car. I know, I do. But before we dig deeper, let's get through a few facts first. The Hector will be launched with 3 engine options, 2 petrol and 1 diesel. While the diesel will only come with a manual box, the petrol non-hybrid version will get the option of an automatic as well. All cars will be front-wheel drive only. There are 4 trim levels to choose from, and not all engines get all trim levels, but they are all decently spec'd. What we'll be driving today is the top spec Sharp trim, and it is surprisingly rich when it comes to the feature list. What's more, the Hector will only come as a 5-seater for now, and given that it is 75% localized, probably it's more Indian than British or Chinese, if you ask us. So let's dig deeper now, shall we? The Hector is based on the Baojun 530, which is a GM Wuling platform, and visually it's almost identical down to the alloy wheel design. But it is an SUV with good street presence. That grille, along with the low-set headlamps and the LED eyebrows, lend the Hector a very in-your-face aura. It doesn't look as good in profile though. It looks like it could do with bigger wheels and possibly more clearance off the ground. The rear, meanwhile, reminds one of the Qs of the German variety. The Hector's insides are very impressive. You take the fit and finish, you take the look and feel of plastic all around, the choice of materials and the consistency that is across the cabin, and it all exudes a sense of richness, which goes very well with its intended pricing. But that's not all. It also packs in a lot of features. There's electric adjust for the driver's seat, a multifunctional steering that also adjusts for reach and rake, a cooled glove box, a front central armrest with storage, cups and bottle holders for occupants all around, a crisp full-color driver information system which throws up all sorts of driving related info. There's a panoramic sunroof, a single zone climate control system with rear AC vents, an electric tailgate, cruise control, electrically adjustable and foldable outside rear view mirrors, and of course Hector's big party trick, touchscreen multimedia system. So now this touchscreen system has its usual functionality, so you can access your Bluetooth telephony from here. You also have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You can go into vehicle systems, and you can also adjust your temperature and fan speed through here. But that's not all. You also get the Gaana app pre-installed, and it comes with 3-year subscription free of charge. After that, you'd of course have to pay for it. You also have AccuWeather and TomTom's satellite navigation system. But that's not all. You could also get the car to do your bidding through this system by just giving voice commands. So you could say something like, "Hello MG,
Yes.
open my window," and then it'll do that. You could also use it to set a navigation, you could also use it to call somebody, and you could also use it to open and close your sunroof. "Hello MG,
I'm listening.
close sunroof." There. It's a fancy feature. It's also pretty roomy. There's enough head, elbow and leg room up front, and even the second row is pretty spacious. There's plenty of knee room, and even the shoulder room, even for 3 abreast seating, is more than agreeable. What it could do with, however, is a better middle seat in the second row, and we say that because the seats up front and the window seats at the back are all cushy, comfy and supportive. Nothing to complain there. What's more, the driver's seat in this top spec Sharp trim is 6-way adjustable, and the ones at the rear can be adjusted for recline, which makes the Hector a good place to spend long hours in. As we had mentioned earlier, the Hector can be had with 3 engine options, 2 petrol and 1 diesel. We have the diesel here. It is the same engine and manual gearbox combo we have experienced on the Jeep Compass and the Tata Harrier. And as was the case with the other 2 SUVs, this engine comes alive at around 1500 RPM and it pulls cleanly to around 4000 RPM then on, giving it a wide power band. It has strong mid-range grunt too. But it also has a heavy and springy clutch, which could pose a challenge in stop-and-go city traffic. The engine is noisy and not the most refined, and the gear shifts are a bit notchy. When it comes to driving dynamics, the MG Hector isn't the most involving SUV that you can buy. Take the steering for instance, it's a little slow and a bit vague, and then when you push it hard around corners, the Hector tends to roll. Also, even though it runs 215 section tires, it tends to understeer a little earlier than we'd like, closer to the limit. And then when you put it through quick direction changes, it doesn't feel as planted and solid as some other SUVs in its class. But this soft setup also means that when it comes to ride quality, the MG Hector in fact is quite pliant. So you go over broken surfaces, mildly broken surfaces, and it just flattens them all. It's not noisy, it's plush, and even when you go over undulating roads at speed, it doesn't float around, it just remains quite solid. So that's a clear focus for the Hector, is comfort over driver involvement, I would say. But yeah, if you go through a really bad section and you hit a squarish bump, then yes, you will feel the suspension hitting and you can hear it as well. But overall, it's clearly set up for comfort over driving dynamics, yeah. The Hector is a surprisingly well-rounded product. Now its USPs center around comfort, a long equipment list which we've already talked about, and quality, the interiors in particular. But it's also got a fair amount of safety kit. You get ESP, you've got ABS, you've got 6 airbags, hill hold function and cornering headlamps. Now what remains to be seen is where does MG price this? Now they've said that they're looking at about 15 to 20 lakh rupees across all trims and all engine options, but we hope for the car's sake, especially given the market scenario today, that it's 15 to 20 on road and not ex-showrooms. Because with that price, I think the MG Hector will find a lot of takers.